You ever feel like you're just stuck? Stuck in a painful memory? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if the secret to moving forward wasn't about forgetting the pain, but about changing what you look for inside of it? Today, we're going to dig into how one simple shift in your thinking can turn the toughest times into your biggest strengths.
And it all kicks off with this really powerful idea. It's basically laying out a choice for us. You can focus on the pain, or you can focus on the lesson. What it's saying is, it's not the event itself that decides how you feel, it's where you put your attention after it happens.
Which leads to this huge question, right? Can one single thought actually change your reality? I know it sounds way too simple to be true, but the whole argument here is that this conscious choice, this little mental shift, is the most powerful tool you've got. So let's break down how that actually works.
All right, let's start with the foundation of this whole thing, the power of perspective. Now, let's be clear, this is not about pretending bad things don't happen. It's about recognizing that after something goes down, how you feel about it isn't just luck. It's all about the viewpoint you choose to take.
So what exactly do we mean by perspective here? Well, think of it like holding a camera. You can zoom way in on the tiny crack in the wall, or you can pull back and see the whole beautiful room. Perspective is just that. It's you choosing where to point your focus at any given moment. That's it.
And this really shows you the two paths you can go down. It's almost like a formula. You put all your energy into the hurt, the unfairness, the pain itself, and the result is going to be sadness. But if you take that exact same energy and shift it toward finding what you can learn, the whole outcome flips. The destination isn't just happiness anymore, it's real, meaningful growth.
Okay, so if the choice is that clear, why is it so darn hard to do sometimes? It's because we all fall into the trap of pain. The quote is basically warning us that focusing on what hurts is kind of our default setting, and that instinct can really hold us back.
You know, dwelling on pain isn't a passive thing. It's an active process, and it creates this nasty feedback loop. Every time you replay the hurt in your mind, it feels more real, more powerful, and it just traps you in the past, making it impossible to build a future.
It's a really good question to ask yourself. Why is it so easy to get hooked on the hurt? Well, part of it is just how we're wired. Our brains are designed to look out for threats, for the negative stuff, to keep us safe. But just recognizing that wiring is step one. Step two is consciously deciding to break that cycle. And this is that cycle that keeps us stuck. A painful thing happens, that's life, right? But the trap snaps shut at step two when we keep replaying it. We turn that memory over and over, and each time the pain just gets a little bit deeper. We get so focused on what's behind us that we can't even see the road ahead. So if that's the trap, what's the escape route? Well, it's not about finding some magic door. It's about a pivot, a tiny change in direction. The solution is right there in that one conscious decision, to stop digging around in the pain and start searching for the lesson inside of it.
This is it. The shift. It all comes down to a single moment, a single decision. It's that conscious act of turning away from asking, why did this happen to me? And instead asking, what can I learn from this? It sounds simple, but it's not always easy. It takes real intention.
So how do you actually put this into practice? It's basically a three-step process. First, you've got to acknowledge the pain. Don't pretend it's not there. Then, you consciously redirect your focus. You make the choice to look for something else. And finally, you ask that game-changing question. What can I learn from this? Maybe the lesson is about your own resilience, or maybe it's about setting better boundaries next time.
And here's why that question is so incredibly powerful. A lesson isn't just a silver lining or some nice thought. It literally transforms a painful, useless memory into a tool. It turns a liability into an asset, something you can actually use to build a stronger, wiser you. The pain actually becomes productive. This whole shift in focus, it's not just a one-time fix for a big crisis. It's a whole new way of moving through the world. It's a principle you can apply every single day to turn the small frustrations and the big heartbreaks into forward momentum. When you boil it all down, the entire journey we've been talking about is this simple movement, from pain to lesson. It's a simple but absolutely profound transformation. It's how you turn a wound into wisdom. And that path is available to all of us in any difficult moment, big or small. So what's the bottom line here? It's that your perspective literally creates your reality. If you focus on the pain, you're going to end up with sadness. But if you choose to search for the lesson, that's the path to growth. And the best part is, that ability to shift your focus, it's not something you have to earn.
It's a conscious choice you already have the power to make, right now.
And that leaves us with one last question, just for you. Whether it's from a big challenge or a small frustration, a past hurt, or something you're dealing with right now, what's one lesson that's waiting for you to find it today?